What's going on, guys? This is George. Welcome to another video. Today we are jumping back into Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Last time we were here, we got our first Pokemon, which is our little Cyndaquil here. And we were given a task, pardon me on that, we were receiving a task from Mr. Pokemon on what to do next. So let's just head over here and... I remember you! Oh, you took 40 years to take care of. You're a rookie trainer, aren't you? I can tell. That's okay. Everyone's a rookie at some point. If you like, I can teach you a few things. Okay, follow me. Wait, you're too fast, old man. You're too fast. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you weren't wearing the running shoes. I'll try to go as slow as possible, so try to keep up. This is a Pokemon Center. They heal your Pokemon in no time at all. You'll be relying on them a lot, so you better learn about them. This is a Pokemon Mart. They sell Pokeballs for catching wild Pokemon and other useful items. Route 30 is out this way. Trainers will be battling their Pokemon there. If you go a little farther, you'll see Mr. Pokemon's house. This is the sea, as you can see. Some Pokemon are only found in water. Oh, he waits for you. Here, it's my house. For your efforts keeping up with me, I like to give you my running shoes. They're still warm. Gotcha, didn't I? Don't worry, these are brand new. And we finally get the running shoes. Thank God. Touch the sprint button on the touchscreen to sprint. You can also hold B down to sprint. I am going to do the obvious thing right away and putting them on. So they're always running. Thank God, now we can finally do this. So let's go into the Pokemon Center here and heal up. Because Ace here really needs it. Alright, so let's get here. Now you kind of noticed right away from the last episode and this episode, it's a little darker here. So this is actually the introduction of the day and night cycles. Actually introduced in Generation 2 with Gold, Silver, and Crystal, which means some Pokemon will appear during certain times. Like if I go into the previous route, we were just on Route 29, we'll probably encounter a Pokemon that we can encounter up here. But without further ado, let's go. Actually, let's go into Pokemon real quick so I can show that off. So all I gotta do is just talk to the shopkeeper and he'll sell you things. Now, right now, we don't have any Pokeballs to sell, which is mainly what you're going to be in here for. But right now, we don't really need anything, so let's just go up to Route 30. And it's the old man! I made it. I forgot about one thing. There's another token from me. Take it. And we get the map card. So now we can go into our Pokegear, which I did not show off last episode because I wanted to wait till we got that. Oops, wrong one. So here's the Pokegear. So we have people we can reach out to. We also have a map. We'll get a few things later on. And we can also change our settings. Here I'm going to change it to this one. Oh, it's evil! Evil! If you know, you know. Alright, so going here in Route 30, we have more Pokemon that we can encounter. First one being, hopefully this is it, Spinarak! It's an interesting bug type, but Ariados doesn't really handle itself very well, at least not in this game. But if you want to have a Johto bug type, there is another Pokemon later on that you can get, and yes, technically it's a Kanto Pokemon, but it also has a unique ability or a unique thing with it now that it did not have before. Oh, poison! So for those that have played this game, know that poison is a pain in the butt. So current games, you run around with all the Pokemon's poison, nothing happens. But here, we get this reaction, as we also pick up a potion. So, what we want to do is, we want to head here, we can jump off this ledge. So we can go heal up our Pokemon. And as you can see here, we'll check our Ace afterwards. See how much HP it dropped? just from running or from just walking around with it. Now, luckily in this game, Onward, if your Pokemon loses HP while poison, it'll say it survived with 1 HP. Whereas in Gens 1 to 3, if your Pokemon was poisoned, it does faint if you don't make it to the Pokemon Center in time. So I guess what I can do as well is introduce something that is in this game, and that is version exclusive. So there are, for obvious reasons, Pokemon bring out 2 different games. So in this case, there's Heart Gold, and then there's our friends over at Soul Silver. In Soul Silver, they actually have some different Pokemon that appear in the game. So because we encountered Spinarak, in Soul Silver, you can encounter Ladybug, which is maybe even worse. Out of the 2, I would recommend Spinarak. But let's see if our next Pokemon. It is Hoot Hoot! Okay, this is the Pokemon I wanted to talk about. Hoot Hoot is a normal flying type. It can only be encountered at night. So if you wanted to use one, you would have to do it during the nighttime. So going over it as a Pokemon, it's not bad. It does learn more, what's the word I'm looking for? It can learn a lot more moves than Pidgey, and another flying type we'll go over later. So if you wanted to pick a flying type out of the 3 main options you have for Johto games, I would recommend Pidgey. Or not Pidgey, Hoot Hoot. Speaking of which, we run into another one. They're a lot more common at night. In fact, for Hoot Hoot for Heart Gold, its percentage rate is 30% to encounter at night, whereas in Soul Silver, it's 60%. And then the other 30 go to Spinarak and 40% for Rattata for our Heart Gold players. Whereas in Soul Silver, it's mainly just Hoot Hoot. I'm trying to look in here. Hoot Hoot and Rattata that I encounter here at night. What do you gotta say? Oh, you're wearing running shoes. They make you feel like you're flying, don't they? Be aware of wild Pokemon and trainers. When you run, the noise will attract them. Yes, it will. This was actually introduced in this game. Or I think it was also introduced in Gen 4. If you are running a lot, trainers will become more attracted towards you and want to do battles. We'll do more trainer battles down the road. But for now, we want to head up this way and... Hey, kiddo! How in the world can you be so oblivious to my eye-catching house? Hold it right there. When you follow that path up north, you'll see Mr. Pokemon says. Before you go, let me finish what I have to say. Do you have any apricorns? Apricorn trees bear fruit once a day. You have one of those trees, too. Apricorns are really something. You make Pokeballs and other things. They're quite useful. I have a feeling this is meant to be because I have something for you. And we get the apricorn box. So, that one tree we saw earlier and the one we have right here in front of this house. We can now collect apricorns. I'll go over what they do later, but I want to collect as much of these as possible. And we get a green apricorn. Like I said, we'll go over these when the time comes, but for now, let's continue heading up north. And see if we run into our next Pokemon. Okay, Spinarak. Now I'm looking at the percentage-wise, and the next Pokemon that I was going to mention, or the next 4 Pokemon I should mention, are actually during the morning and day hours. Which, in the morning and day hours for a Heart Gold version, you run into Caterpie, the classic bug, I am weak at everything. Now, I will say this, because we could also encounter Metapod as well, its evolved form. If you wanted to use this for some reason, I recommend just going for Caterpie over Metapod. Reason for that is because Caterpie will learn moves, whereas Metapod will only know Hard until it evolves at level 10. So if you wanted to use a Butterfree, just catch a Caterpie. For our friends over at Soul Silver, you can encounter Weedle, which is a bug poison type. Kind of the same situation here where Weedle you can also catch as a fall form Kakuna, but if you're gonna do that, just catch it as a Weedle so you have more you actually have an offensive move, whereas Kakuna will have just Harden. And we have a pink Apricorn up here. Let's see, I'm just going over my notes here to make sure I got everything. Looks like I got everything. And without further ado, let's head up here. You must be George. It was I who said that email to the Professor Elm earlier. I think I said the Professor Elm. No, it's Professor Elm. This is what I wanted to examine. And we got the mystery egg. A friend of mine from Ecstasy gave it to me. I bet you can't find this egg in Johto. I thought Professor Elm might be able to tell you what it is. He's the best when it comes to research of Pokemon evolution. That's a quote from the famous Professor Oak. Are you returning to Elm? Here, you should heal up. Oh my god, it's Professor Oak! Okay, I'll try to do a good voice on it. And with that, I am Professor Oak, a Pokemon researcher. So you're George. That was terrible. This is my friend, Mr. Pokemon. I heard you were running an errand for Professor Elm, so I waited here. Oh, is this a rare Pokemon? I see. You must be helping Professor Elm's research. I think I understand why Professor Elm gave you that Pokemon. You'll treat it with love and care, it seems. Ah, you seem to be dependable. How does it help me out? See, this is talking too fast. This is the latest version of the Pokédex. It's an automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. I'd like for you to have it. And we get the Pokédex, and now finally everything is filled out. You only need kinds of Pokemon to complete the Pokédex, but I can't stay too long. I have a Goldenrod radio show. George, I have a feeling that it's the last time we'll meet. Let's exchange numbers, be on the safe side. And we can stalk Oak. I'm kidding. Alright. That was cool. We got everything that we need. Let's head outside and... Your phone's gonna ring! I called it. Hello, George. This is Esther. Oh, this is terrible. What should I do? Oh no, please get back here now. You can't be alone for 5 minutes, can you? Alright, so let's head back and see what the trouble is involving the professor. I'll have you know, as a Pokemon professor myself... Okay, I mainly just judge the training card games. But at least I am aware of my surroundings. Alright, so we're gonna pass all this here. And... oh. Hey, it's that jerk that punched us. Well, guess what? We're gonna throw a Pokemon at you. What, like? Don't you get what I'm saying? Well, I have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. What a douchebag. Alright, we're gonna Passerby Boy. I'm pretty sure they had to give you that title because... no joke, in the original Gold, Silver, Crystal games, he looked like a girl. I'm sorry, he did look like a girl. There was at one point where I thought he was a girl. Alright. Wow, I did a lot more than I expected, Ace. Let's go, dude. Alright, another tackle. Alright, one more and we should take it out. Huh, you're doing okay for someone weak. Man, screw you, dude. Who pissed in your Cheerios? And usually at this point when you do get the level up, but since we leveled up twice, we need more experience to get to the next level. Do you know what I am? ... Nice name, buddy. I'm gonna be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. Give it back. That's my trainer card. Oh no, you saw my name. Wait, do you want your credit card back? Do you want your Walmart card back? Do you want your local grocery store membership card back? I'll keep it. That's fine. Thank you. That must suck, though, for, like, not being able to find anything. Or, like, trying to get away from something, but then all of a sudden you forget other things and lore of the one thing you're missing. I don't know. I try to make things confusing at times. Alright, so we're gonna go here. We're actually gonna go up. To skip the wild Pokemon so we can get back to New Bark Town. Who are you? We are investigating the case of the missing Pokemon here. Rule number 1. Whoever did it will come back to the site. Oh my, you must be the one who did it? Why do you always think it's me? Hold on a second, he has nothing to do with it. I saw it. There was a red-haired boy looking into the building. What? You battled a boy like that? You must be the one who did it. You happen to get his name? Oh, I got his name, alright. Because Adelio Joseph is too long. We're just going to call him Gatsby. But his name is Adelio Joseph Gatsby, a.k.a. the Gray Gatsby. Yes, he was his name. Gatsby was his name, oh. Thank you for helping my investigation. Next, to search for the red-haired individual. George, I'm glad they understand you are innocent. See you later. George, this is terrible. Oh yes, so that Mr. Professor, oh yes, was that Mr. Pokemon's big discovery? He handed the mystery egg to him. This is an egg, isn't it? This egg must have been something I've never seen. Still, it's just an egg! I forgot how funny some of the text was in the original games. Mr. Pokemon is always fascinated by eggs. Well, since he gave it to us, he might as well find out what his secrets hold. I'll keep it for a while, find out about the egg. What? Professor Cell gave you a Pokedex? That's true? That's incredible! He's superb at seeing potential of seeing Pokemon as trainers. Wow, you really... I knew you were doing a little different. Things are going to be fun. Your Pokemon should seem to really like you, so why don't you take the Pokemon Gym Challenge? If you manage to defeat all the gym leaders, you'll eventually challenge the Pokemon League champion. Or not. Don't put doubts in me. I gotta deal with it all the time during the EEC. Becoming a champion is not at all easy, but you can certainly challenge Violet's Leash Gym. George, challenging the gym scattered all around the world will be a long journey. Before you leave, make sure you talk to your mom. I don't want to talk to her. She always wants to talk to me. This little Pokemon wonder how it's doing. Here's my bad person by itself. Well, we can't have miracles, can we, guys? Alright, let's go talk to Ma real quick. So you're leaving on an adventure. I'll help too. What can I do for you? I know. Everything is surprise money. I'll save some of it for you. It's a long journey. Money's important. I am saying no to this. The reason for that is she'll periodically spend your money on things you don't need. Like, I recall about to go fight the final boss of the game years ago, and what she ended up doing instead was purchase my money that she was holding for me for super potions. I'm not kidding. But anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And next time on Pokemon Heart Gold, we will finally go through more of Johto and get started with the gym battles. I'll see you guys then.